everything, as I believe we're going live in this gullywash game. Rocket going to be on blue, GG well played on the red. We're going to the first middle. I guess we're looking for more aggression from GG well played, or maybe just more cohesion, more of a single goal rather than people playing their own game. Shadowburn with a Shadowburn jump. Yep. He's trademark jump, gets really aggressive.
Gets nothing done.
Yeah, he comes back in now, trades some damage with Aroma. QNX is now going to go aggressive, get straight onto White Glow. White Glow goes down, and here comes a follow-up from Rocket. But GG well played are eating up this aggression, and now it's just both scouts and the medic at choke. Lots of weak players on GG well played. Yeah, they should. All the players are weak. If the calls are good, that soldier's super weak on point. Cookie's going to get one. They are going to get flanked eventually. GDK's just playing for time right now with his scout partner. The scout's coming behind. They don't know Atomic's behind. Atomic takes the medic out. They will clean him up, but GDK and Rico want to take this fight. But Cookie, they trade. It's now GDK versus Cookie. GDK's on super low health. Cookie's going to shoot the sticky. He's got respawners arriving. GDK takes down Cookie, but QNX arrives to redeem that one. And I want to see a rematch of a middle fight because there's no heals for Rocket right now. And there's a heavy at choke. Fox is going to have a terrible time. The heavy is up on his head. He's going to get taken. He's going to get absolutely wrecked by the heavy. They will steal the cap right now, and that's going to gain him some forward spawns. But Warhayer's not going to survive. Shadowburn all over that. And GG well played. I think the best thing for GG well played is if White Glow dies. White Glow dying seems to be the key to them winning fights.
We've got Samsy on sniper at the moment, but he just tried to get a little too deep when the rest of his team's holding back and got picked off there.
Yeah, they should get this for pretty much free. Rocket are thinking about contesting, but they don't really have the position, and now there's already a heavy in for you. Warhayer's going to get caught out again. Shadowburn twice in a row right now, catching out Warhayer, and here comes a full Uber advantage onto Lars. Admirable on 70%. They're going to lose Hawks early on. Admirable's going to swap spawns, but they're all ready for that spawn swap. So much time with a point. GG well played coming out, bringing it to them.
Yeah, very nice. And I wonder if this heavy was the reason why they didn't want you watching their PCWs, CX.
Maybe, yeah. I was forbidden from watching the Rocket PC from a GG well played PCWs in case I told Warhayer their strategies, despite the fact that Shadowburn was streaming at the time. Shadowburn, trademark jump once again. Gets a nice early rock onto Admirable. Followed with an air shot. Hawks even being taken out of the game, and now GG well played want to go forward, but Cookie gets in, takes down GDK. Cookie's going to get focused now, and Warhayer seems to what he wants to fight this, but he's only got pipes low. And GG well played seems to be playing really defensive, really just conceding the ground there. They had good advantage.
Yeah, Cookie doing so much work for his team there. He just managed to run in, dodge a lot of damage, and take down the demo man, and then completely distract the rest of his team, the rest of GG well played, as the rest of his team pushed across the point. He just completely gave them all the position on that middle.
Yeah, Atomic gets caught out where he trades behind there, and here comes the aggressive Uber out of GG well played, playing with that Uber advantage. It doesn't look like they're going to get anyone. Shadowburns again. Shadowburn all over Warhayer so far in this game. There's the domination. Shadowburn wants to go again. Forsaken and Shadowburn taking a lot of damage at this choke, and they're both just about going to eke out as Rocket get the Uber and QNX wants to lead this in. They're going to pop early. They're not going to block the point though. They should be able to get one player. QNX has isolated GDK a bit now, but GDK juggles him up. But here comes Forsaken. Hawks even arrives to clean up GDK. QNX will go down, but Rocket all over this point once again, and GG well played are bleeding players.
It seemed like a good push in with the Uber advantage when they managed to get wall down and almost get through, but the scouts just arrived at the crucial moment to save it and then re-push with that Uber advantage.
Yeah, I think it was an overextension from the soldiers. They wanted to get through and get Admirable, but Admirable's positioning was good and he was so far back he made it really difficult for them. And I think currently QNX is on last right now. He's behind GDK, he's equalising GDK. GDK didn't know, but Shadowburn's there to save the day. He will kill him, and GG well played have a tiny advantage and a pick advantage. I don't know if they want to push.
They seem like they want to push.
Yeah, Forsaken's up for it. It's going to be Uber versus Uber. Hawks is going to spawn right now. Hawks keeping it on Soldier. Not straying away from his favourite class. I presume it's his favourite class. It's the only class he really gets to play, so I hope it's his favourite.
It seems like they're not going to push with this. They're holding forward though, but they've left Riverside open, which is the route that the combo is now taking. Forsaken's going to meet them and get picked off, and they're going to have to fall back from lobby here, surely. And now they've got a pick with equal Ubers to push into last.
Yeah, I mean, the Uber should buy him enough time for Forsaken to respawn, so it's really about who gets the better Uber exchange out of this. And especially with the time Rocket are taking. Hawks is going to get juggled straight back as soon as they pop. Hawks is going to do this all by himself, it looks like. Nice, good early Rocket in there. Scout's going to initiate the point, going to draw all the players down. but Admirable gets picked off, and Rocket aren't ready to pounce on the cap time from Cookie right now.
Yeah, it just took a little too long pushing in with that the pick advantage. By the time they actually pushed in, Forsaken had already spawned, and and then they had to pop so early coming through Riverside that it turned out into a bad Uber.
Yeah, Hox is actually pretty well to trade right now, considering he was stranded in water. But because of Admirable not getting out on Riverside, it means they're going to find a 50% advantage in Whiteglow's hand. I'm sure as soon as Forsaken... Actually, they're not even going to wait for Forsaken, they're moving already. Maybe I imagine Forsaken might stay on last. They're trying to come out the front door right now, but we're only on 64%. Rico's going to rush out, try and make the space for his team. There's a lot of spam. QNX with the high ground, putting those rockets on, and GGWP played look like they want to wait for Uber. Hox is on Spy. Maybe he's straying away from his favourite class. He wants to be a Spy now. He's in Sneaky. Shadowburn's pushing forward. No Shadowburn's still on last. Hox is going to have to somehow backstab Shadowburn. He chose him way too early. Shadowburn's all over him. Now surely that's going to be the push. GDK gets a push as well. Warrior might get caught out, gets juggled super high. Will surf it all the way back to Choke. Well, more of a sticky jump. Admirable's really close to Choke. He doesn't quite have Ubi. Admirable's going to go down.
95%.
Yeah, are they going to chase this all the way through as well? GDK goes aggressive. GDK finds it.
Are we going to see GDK spawn camp in here as well?
I think so. He's gone forward. He's left the rest of his team to clean up the scout, but there's actually no. He's back on point, and there's a sniper big four. Forsaken's all over him.
Oh, we are. GDK's going forward, but he's going to find the combo of Rocket to contest with.
Hox is above him at Choke. Hox is above him at Choke, but the medic's not gone that way. They all jump past Hox. They don't know Hox is behind. Hox is going to try and land on him big four. He lands on a lot of weak players, but GDK getting all the frags. 5 kill streak for GDK right now, according to his kill streak sticky launcher.
Really nice, impressive aggression from the Russians there.
Oh, God.
Oh no, just catches them out in lower lobby. They didn't check, and he just destroys them.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Wow. Ward did that again with did it in the previous map with a sticky trap. Now just getting the drop on them once again. It's only Rico alive on Riverside. No one's gone Riverside, and Rico's got into water, but there is a scout there. Cookie's going to find him one-on-one in water right now. Rico's got the better health. He goes down to 7 HP, but the soldier is back. A scout came back as well. Rocket playing it really safe, but it might mean they're able to get GGWP are able to contest it here. GDK's caught out. War's caught out as well. War will go down first, and GDK and War and Shadowburn both win their one-on-ones, and now Hox is caught out as well. Hox is super low. GDK getting even more frags, and they're going to hold on, well, not hold on to the second point, but they're going to be able to recap it straight away.
Yeah, Admirable cleverly manages to get out of that situation, and they're building Uber on last. They should have spawns in time, 2 seconds, as long as Cookie doesn't go down here and manages to beat off War. Yeah, nice work by Cookie, and they're going to be able to hold this last point, hopefully. Atomic on Spy as well, though.
Oh. No, he's on heavy. I think it's just forward spawning.
Oh, he's just forward spawn.
Yeah, but he's staying on heavy.
But he is heavy.
Yeah, War's putting a lot of damage right now out onto Riverside. He's slowing him down quite a bit, because Admirable was 10% behind, but I don't think it'll make a difference right now. GG played look like they want to come in. Admirable should have it just about in time. Here they go. He's going to pop off straight away. Going to flash War, keep him healthy.
And they're going to re-push with the heavy here on Riverside.
Yeah, but QNX is on heavy. Looks like both teams have heavy right now. Atomic's going to go down. GG played are going to try and do it anyway. Rico trades with War here, yeah. Maybe they can use the GDK demo man damage advantage right now, but GDK's actually isolated. Cookie's going to take that one. And Rocket are going to push. They're going to keep pushing with the heavy as well. QNX coming out the front door with that heavy weapons man.
That was a terrible push and re-push by GG well played. They had the heavy coming through Riverside, but then Whiteglow backed out a different way. So unfortunately the heavy was just left stranded, and GDK backed out the same way, so they lost their heavy and their demo man on the re-push.
Yeah, Shadowburn's course is stranded up top as well. He's going to go down. Both scouts are coming in from behind. That's a really odd play. Atomic and Shadowburn going to get eaten up. Admirable going to get down to half health. And they've just gifted middle point here to them as well. And they're just going to have to back up. Forsaken's not got an Uber to use to buy him any time. They're just going to have to concede ground. Really odd play from Rico and Atomic there.
Were they stranded on Riverside, or did they rush in through big door?
No, big door. They just went for it. They just...
Oh. Well, when we said that we wanted more aggression from the scouts, that's not quite what we were after.
Well, you can't argue, mate.
They definitely turned up the aggression.
You ask and you shall receive, apparently. The heavy is QNX now on 175 HP, going to be hiding in this little cubby hut. Not doing a good job hiding because he's peeking with shotgun. It's not an ideal way to hide. And as the Ubers are going to be popped off, the soldier's doing the high five. Forsaken's going to try and jump behind and find that heavy. Forsaken's now in like the sneaky sort of corner. QNX will go down. Forsaken's going to keep fighting, I think. Or has he jumped out? I'm not sure. There's still a demo fight going on at Choke. War's going to win that one. Forsaken actually jumped out, and that's what he did. And now they're going to try and push through Choke with the demo man advantage, I think. And Forsaken and Whiteglow just going to have to concede for ground. Here come the Rocket team through choke right now. War's making the space. They've only got one soldier to spam it, and that's not really going to delay Rocket whatsoever. Now Forsaken's isolated, gets an arrow, gets 2 arrows, Whiteglow hitting all the arrows, and Shadowburn's coming behind to pick the demo man. Shadowburn once again ruining Warrior's life right now, just picking him constantly. Cookie's going to be cleaned up on point, and now Ubers are pretty much equal, small advantage, but the numbers are favour GG well played.
Yeah, now they've got the demo man advantage as they push through the choke. And GDK dies, he gets dropped in the Uber. I think he was just way too far forward there compared to the rest of his team.
Yeah.
And now the demo man advantage spirals back to Rocket, and they're going to definitely push this.
The seesaw of demo man advantage or not. But they do have, it's just Forsaken again at choke. I guess he wants to take a solo Uber. He's getting some really nice damage off here. Forsaken's buying time for GDK to respawn. And Rocket really missed a beat there to capitalise on the lack of that. War could have just gone in and bullied his way in, got a nice multi off. But now GDK's here and we're at a stalemate.
I would have been a fan of going big door there if you've got the demo man pick, because the soldier can hold gullywash choke quite effectively because it's such a small spammy area.
Yeah. Don't seem to opt for it as the Uber trade gets traded. QNX will go down on the flank. Forsaken's going to try and push it through, but War's doing so much damage to him. Forsaken somehow made the ground work before he walks over a roll and gets picked off. But because of a frag's big door, it's going to be easy for them to get in right now. Samzy and Warhoye and Admirable all going to have to concede to get back on CP2. And they're opting, I think, to stay on the low ground here instead of a high ground. And no forward spawns for them. This should mean Rocket can get in pretty early. All three of the flank players come through big door as the combo comes through Chuck. Warhoye might be caught off again now.
Looks like they're trying to hold top, but they're gonna get picked off here, surely, if they put some aggression on them. Oh, but Shadowburn's been picked off already, so they might actually hold this point.
Yeah, now they're all bursting out of the front door. They've isolated the scout as well. And GG well played don't have an Uber to fight us with, gonna have to back it off. Atomic will go down a little bit late as well, and now it's 70% versus 70%. The player advantage is for Rocket. Scout's trying to try and lead the way, but takes a lot of damage right there. In drop down as well, Cookie's super low, but the players are all flooding in from all different angles. Whiteglow will go down, and Cookie and Samzy get a frag apiece. The Uber's going to be popped off from Admirable. Safety Uber there just to clean up the frag. Soldier's going to try and jump in, getting quite a bit of damage out, but it's all over different players. Now the Scout's behind, trying to get on Admirable. Atomic can't land the shots, and Cookie will clean that one up. GGK has a little look, sees if there's a chance to push in, but it's just going to back it off.
Forsaken decides to taunt kill himself rather than just let somebody else kill him. He goes for the really delayed spawn.
Yeah, you know, you got to try it. You never know.
It would have been the most incredible frag vid ever seen.
Yeah. Both teams right now seem to be playing a lot better when they just decide to be the aggressor. Whichever team decides to be the aggressor is winning right now. Like, on that mid, Rocket decided just to go for it off a 1 number advantage, and it paid off. And now they have an Uber advantage going into last, but Whiteglow's not going to be far behind Admirable. He's on 65% right now, and I don't know which way Rocket look like if they want to come.
Rico's positioning here is Pyro. In fact, the whole GG well played positioning with them all clumped up on the left is really poor. Rico's now moving over to Riverside, and they pop top left. Rico doesn't have a clue what he's doing.
Yeah, Atomic will go down, but Whiteglow and Forsaken get it in time. They do lose Shadowburn as well. Forsaken does well to take out the Demo Man and Scout. Forsaken really salvaging this defense from his team. He gets isolated right now, and QNX and Samzy getting all over him. GDK needs to put out big damage right now, but again, the Scouts and QNX all over them.
It almost seemed like they weren't expecting the repush there from Rocket. They really weren't covering top left, and the GDK was trying to chase somebody on Riverside.
It's weird, like they do so well on like the first initial defense, you know, they don't let anything go. They quite often even get a pick on like someone trying to rush point or something. And then when the repush comes, it's like they've all taken a break to check their phones or something, because they're like, all right guys, we defended it, take a break now.
Yeah, I think partly that might be to do with Forsaken and GDK really trying to chase the frags. As we see another middle here, and the QNX bomb again making so much room for his team as him and Samzy just completely pressured them out. And GG well playing so passively back in their choke, and all that does is bottle them all up.
Yeah, Shadowburn got nothing right there. Like, he went for a fast rollout, but you know, what's this?
They've got somebody flanking them on Riverside now. They've got QNX coming in. He's going to go for their med. QNX is in, he gets body blocked in midair by Shadowburn. And he gets taken out.
Yeah, like Shadowburn did well there, but he did the same thing the third time in a row, and QNX was just all over it, like just completely ready for it, and he just took so much damage he couldn't do anything with it.
Looks like they're trying to single Forsaken through here.
Yeah, Forsaken's thinking about it. He's clearing for Sticky. He's going to try and walk it from the door. There's a lot of spam, but they do pick off Hox up top. Even though the Scout has respawned, I think, on Heavy. Yeah, QNX even.
Yeah, and Samsy's waiting for the back cap lower as well.
Yeah, Forsaken's made a lot of good room right now, but I don't know how vulnerable the back cap is. And here goes the Scout. Samsy's going. There is a Heavy on last, though. Good luck with that one, Sam. Samsy's thinking about going for it. The cap is being delayed right now. GDK goes down, and they actually all flooded back. Ubers were traded, so they've all just flooded back. Made sure they kept last. GDK will get caught out. And maybe Rocket want to go off this. No demo man, not as much entry damage. And look, Wargit's in top left for completely free. He's getting the damage out. He's trying to focus down the Heavy right now. Lands one pipe, but he needs a bit more help with the focus. The Heavy's still alive. Cookie and Hox get ags on the flank. But War was the only one shooting the Heavy right there.
Yeah, I felt like they definitely needed another player going for the Heavy there rather than trying to make their own damage on the other side. War put out tons of damage, but he just didn't have anybody to really finish it off.
GGWP just tried to go aggressive. I think maybe he thought no one was on Riverside to try and catch him out, and he just throws away his life to Samsy. The Ubers are equal, so I think GGWP played will be able to delay the push enough, you know, during the Uber.
They're going to try and go in straight away. They're pushing in top right with a single Scout, and now the Demo Man follows in. I don't think they're going to get anything done with this because GGK's just spawned.
Oh, War's absolutely trapped as well, and another player goes down. Cookie goes down as well. Forsaken's going to peek around the corner and says Heavy, but he still has Uber. The Heavy's going to be absolutely useless. Now Atomic comes out with a Heavy from GG played, going to force that Scout out. Samdy's going to sleek away on 12 HP. And GG played. Nice aggressive play right there from Forsaken. Really capitalising. He's doing really well with these sort of defensive Uber charges on last.
Yeah, they managed to push with the Demo Man pick there, but unfortunately they had to Uber through the door, even though they didn't have a Demo Man, and they just ruined their entire Uber. They're running a sniper now on Samsy. I'm not exactly sure where he is, but I'll be waiting for some critical headshot sounds to be ringing out across the map.
Yeah, now looks like Forsaken wants to lead for charge. Forsaken gets the pocket and the medic.
And he stays alive as well.
Yeah, all over them right now. Rico went in as the early distraction, and Forsaken's bomb doing so much work. Forsaken playing so well right now, like really. I know he main calls for the team as well. He's not just main calling for the team and like leading them there. He's leading by example right now.
He really is. He's pocketing incredibly well on this map. He seems to be the only player particularly making opportunities and getting things done, both on offense and defense. Really, playing in a really good match.
Yeah, and thanks to that pick on middle by Forsaken, he's gifted his team a full Uber charge advantage as well. And you're going to be sure Forsaken's going to be the one who wants to lead in this one in as well. He gets nice damage on Hox already. They're going to Uber through the door. GDK's with him right now. They're going to focus down the Heavy. And Forsaken gets him straight away. They do lose Shadowburn on the flank. Forsaken's going to go on point right now. War's going to try and sticky it. Forsaken's completely isolated on the point. The Heavy's come in right now, but the Heavy might be able to clean up everyone.
Atomic! All he needs to do is drop point.
The Scout's they're both so weak. The Scout's so weak.
Oh, that was so close by Atomic there. Samsy just cleverly hiding out of the.
Whiteglow had already typed yes in chat.
The premature yes.
Oh, the premature yes. You can tell he was excited because of his like random use of capitals during the sentence. You can tell he was so filled with glee that they were going to take the to regain their lead. 11 minutes left right now. GG played in the driving seat still. Equal Ubers, Admirable died again. So at the same time as Whiteglow really. So it's going to be pretty even Ubers. Though is Whiteglow on crits? No, he's just a build advantage he's getting, I guess.
That's so unfortunate that the Heavy didn't come in a little bit earlier. They've tried pushing with the Heavy a few times and it hasn't quite worked out for them. It was so close there, but it didn't quite work out. War playing incredibly aggressive here. He just walked straight past the sticky trap. He walked from Riverside on his own, where the combo was, through into main, through into upper lobby, sat next to a sticky trap, didn't get killed the entire time. Really pro play by GG played there.
Yeah, well I think they wanted to back out because Shadowburn got picked, but GDK didn't quite receive the memo, and now GDK is kind of, again, a little bit isolated from the heals, just trying to do some work. There's going to be equal Ubers, and Shadowburn is on Spy. Shadowburn currently, I think he just bumped into someone because they're spy checking really, really hard right now. And Shadowburn's just going to have to uncloak in front of all of them and run away. Doesn't quite bait the Scout too far forward. Samsy won't get picked. And now it's equal Ubers. GG played have a spy, but Rocket definitely know about it.
Shadowburn's in, right behind him now.
He's behind him again. It's definitely not going to work. Yeah, it's so hard to play spy when they know you're a spy. Right? Yeah, and so I imagine they're going to try and push off this. I don't know, Rocket look like that's the only choice they have because GGWP are holding so far back, they're kind of inviting the push. Hox might be able to catch the scout out lower, or QNX even. Actually, Forsaken's picked up a Demo Man on Riverside and got the scout really weak. GDK is actually going to finish that frag for Forsaken, and Forsaken is doing a whole lot of work, and now here comes the Uber exchange. Admiro's going to pop up before anyone takes any damage, really, again, unnecessarily early Uber there. Now they're all on point, and Forsaken's above a point, he's doing so much damage. He's going to focus for scout as well, Atomic's going to get now one, now their war's going to spawn, but it's too little too late. And GG well played, take the round, White Glow, feel free to type yes right now, it's safe. Here we go, GG well played making a game of it. They want some points.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, it looks like they actually want some points this season. Not content after their first 3 map losses to... Going to break the streak as we go into the next middle.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the Rocket Scouts to mid this time as we see GDK getting pressured and so weak from Samzy, I think that was instantly. And we see Hox and QNX as well, both putting the damage down and just just wiping GG well played. They didn't get any position because the scout was so aggressive initially. And then they just got pushed all the way back and the frags all went Rocket's way.
Yeah, we saw it. You know, they tried to go like right hand side. GG well played it, play the aggressive side, but again, they just really don't see comfortable doing the aggressive mids. Like they just don't.
No, they don't like committing to the aggression, do they? They're playing an in between aggressive and defensive.
When you go right side, you're committing yourself at that point. You're already committed, even if you don't fully commit. Like it's really difficult for your medic to get out. Like White Glow did get out, credit to him. But it's really difficult for anyone else to survive when you commit that side.
Yeah, the problem was GDK was so weak they had to heal him as they were pushing up the right hand side, and it just created the perfect bottleneck for Hox, I think it was, to bomb up and just get ridiculous amounts of damage on them.
And now Shadowburn gets picked up, and the scout's already gone water for Rocket, and the Uber's going to come in early. Hox is going to lead it, going to try and jump into a heavy.
White they got the scout on the point as well.
They're gonna. Oh, the scout almost gets the point. He gets so much cap time. That's going to make it really difficult. And Shadowburn's about to respawn right now, 6v6. The scout is still around in water, I think. And here comes the aggression. White Glow's going to get picked off. The Rocket players are flooding in, but they're all dying. They're all getting absolutely crushed right there. Just wow, yeah, just so much damage coming out. I don't know why Rocket focused White Glow. Like White Glow was the first player to die, I think. Just after Uber, it seemed a really odd choice. To focus White Glow and then commit completely to the push. Like either you go for a medic pick where you know he can't Uber to save himself and you play for the Uber advantage, or you just go and you just take the repush 6v6, you just feel confident coming in. Because they did have better position, you know, they were on high ground, and White Glow's taking a lot of damage right now, almost gets caught out, but Shadowburn's coming through lower, going to trade with QNX, not really a whole lot there. GG well played, still getting aggressive on Big Door. Rico's going to 1v1 Cook. Rico's actually going huge at Choke, not even 1v1ing with Forsaken. He's going to take out both a Scout and Warhead, yeah. And Rocket just going to have to back away.
It's crits from the Russians as well as they push in through Choke.
Let me find GDK cam. It's crits from both teams.
Oh, it's crits from both teams.
It's going to be a crits
and Admirable's going to be critsing from lower lobby maybe, or possibly top.
I don't know. GDK is waiting for it. He's not going to beam on him right now. I don't know what's going to happen.
They're going to be critsing from top. It just depends whether GDK or War hit the first sticky.
Yeah, GDK is kind of looking at them, but he's being distracted. Mate, here comes a crit from War. War's going to get everyone right there. Hox claims a frag as well, when there's only 2 players left in lower. War's just going to jump forward to middle, but Shadowburn gets cleaned up. Forsaken's surely going to get cleaned up as well. And yeah, GDK was like caught. He didn't know they were on crits from the way he was playing. He was like looking main, looking.
Yeah, he expected them just to back off to last with their Uber because they wouldn't have had it. But Rocket with the superior positioning on Riverside there just managed to kill them with the stickies. Yeah,
Warhead's already up top right now, and even though GDK gets QNX here, War's able to clean up a frag because GDK got caught out. And now we're nearly on crits again. I watched GDK last time and that wasn't very exciting, so I think I'm going to try and put it on Warhead, yeah, this time.
You're not going to watch the GDK cam when they don't have crits? What is this?
War looks like he wants to go Riverside. Admirable's fully charged. GDK's only just about to spawn. Here comes the soldier bombing on. He's all over Admirable. Admirable goes straight down. Forsaken. Play after play after play. He takes Cookie down as well. GDK is going to clean up Hox. No matter what demo I watch, the crits is just boring, isn't it? I just can't get any luck, can I? Now Warrior goes down. Yeah.
The GG well played soldiers there just doing a great job of nullifying that crits.
Forsaken man, play after play after play. He won't stop. QNX going for a play of his own, dropping into lobby. Can't even get more than 50 damage on White Glow. White Glow's going to survive. No chance of a back cap right now. They're all over it. They have a charge, and I believe they're on normal now. White Glow switched it back to the regular Uber charge, and they want to take this straight through choke. And it doesn't look like anyone's particularly close from Rocket to Force. It looks like Rocket are ready to just give this point up. QNX on the respawn wave.
Rocket are running crits as well, so I can imagine them giving it up and then rotating to Big Door to crits.
Maybe.
They might try and force and re-push as well.
No one was ready for the Force right now. It looks like they're doing exactly what you said. QNX has gone in. He's not got the Force though. War's going to pop crits around this Big Door, but the Soldier's drawn attention to it. Here comes the crits. He's going to pop. White Glow pops in return, but no one's really close to War. War's going to try and catch off the aggressive players coming into him. Crits and Uber is traded right now. Forsaken's going to keep going aggressive, absolutely smashes that Soldier. War can maybe do big damage here right now. He can't find the pipes right though, and all the frags are going GG well played today. Cookie's arriving though, Cookie and QNX getting 4 frags between them. Cookie wants to keep going as well on his Soldier. QNX and Cookie the only people alive. And versus Rico and Shadowburn. Soldier fight happening on mid, and Rico's behind on CP2. Looks like Shadowburn wants to go to CP2 as well. Shadowburn and Rico now syncing up, both on top, going to start the cap. But Rocket have the better spawns, they should be able to block this. Hox has come in main with a full buff. The scouts are already out blocking it. Shadowburn's going to try and jump away, but he gets peppered down by Cookie and Samzy. And despite all that chaos, everything's kind of back to where it was.
Yeah, back to where it was, but both teams running normal Uber this time, I think. Yep, both teams running normal Uber, and Rocket are trying to push in through the Big Door. They know they've got the early spawn advantage with Shadowburn going down, and they've got in through the Big Door and won this mid for free.
Yeah, just taking it there. Cautious play from GG Well Played. They are a round up. All GG Well Played need to do now is not make too many mistakes. 3 minutes 15 seconds left. What's the footballing term? Like squeaky bum time?
Excuse me?
You not heard that expression before?
I haven't. It's quite a worrying one.
Someone in the chat must get that expression. It's just kind of like, you know, like the last few games of a season, squeaky bum time.
I have no idea what that expression's even supposed to mean. What does that mean?
You know, just...
Tense.
Yeah, tense.
Oh,
maybe I should have just said tense. I'm sure our multicultural, you know, viewers will be able to get... Someone will get that. Ubers are traded at Big Door. Let's bring it back to TF2. Shadowburn goes down in the fight, and Forsaken looks like he wants to take it deep. I really don't think he should take it this deep with only 3 minutes left. White Glow's going to run out of Uber. White Glow's going to get caught out. Mistake from Forsaken and White Glow. They played so well, but they might have just thrown this round away for their team. And now's a Soldier up, a Scout even up top, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Rico's going to have to go back to last.
Rocket is surely just going to buff up and rush it in here with the
Maybe
the
they
heal
should
advantage.
wait for Uber. The spawns are going to come in.
Yeah,
Shadowburn gets
possibly.
Samzy. It looks like they still want to commit right now. Scouts going to the point, that might work though. Pyro and Heavy coming out.
Oh well, they count now and just use the Uber advantage.
Yeah.
They tried to push with the heals, and they haven't lost anything by trying that.
Well, they had like I don't think they were building that well because White Glow's not far behind
Oh,
considering
goodness,
he
yeah.
died. Like, is he on crits or is he? No, he's normal. Like he's just White Glow's just built really well and Admirable has not.
Well, it looks like QNX isn't
25%.
going to be up for QNX isn't going to be up for this push. Then, if they want to use the Uber advantage, if they work for QNX, they're just going to have equal.
I think Rocket are going to think they have a bigger advantage than this though. You know, QNX has spawned now. It looks like they want to go now. Samzy's on Heavy, so I might see a repush.
And White Glow is going to get the Uber here, definitely.
95 is going to take. Yeah, War's coming straight in. White Glow takes 50 damage. He's going to have it now. Catches a pipe, but he will have the Uber to save himself. Rico goes down early. No frags from Forsaken with the defensive Uber this time. There's a player underneath as well. White Glow, not really great positioning right now from GG Well Played. Not a lot of high ground. Forsaken goes and finds a frag eventually in lobby, but he's now just kind of stranded in lobby. He's going to cut off by the Heavy. He won't be able to get out. War's there as well. Forsaken's going to die super late. GTK is on 8 HP as well, and they both go down at the same time. Now Rocket are surely just going to take it in. They still have the Heavy in the bag as well. War's getting nice and aggressive, but he needs to go down. No backup from War right now. The Heavy's coming through main. Soldier's going to bait everyone to the point, and QNX should be able to clean up everything with the help of Samzy on the Heavy weapons guy, and we're tied 2-all. With 55 seconds left, it is possible for either team to get around currently.
They'd have to do a TCM here. Was it TCM?
It was TCM. Yeah. This is definitely squeaky bum time.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, this is squeaky bum time.
If it was squeaky bum time before, it's now squeakier bum time. Shadowburn with a Shadowburn jump, gets straight onto no scouts, gets some nice damage, sets up a frags for GDK. Forsaken's all over Admirable. GG Well Played want to do this.
Oh, GG Well Played. Showing the benefits of aggression there, just completely going balls to the wall and absolutely smashing Rocket. Getting really aggressive from GDK, which is something that's been missing on all of these middles. Oh, is this going to be a huge round for GDK? They've only got 10 seconds
I don't
left.
think they can do it.
I don't think this is possible.
Oh. What
Forsaken getting killed by a crit reflect.
He fires crits in,
yeah, he took the crits in and fired an upwards rocket at the pyro, which is always going to be a bit of a
they were
an
out of
optimistic
time anyway.
approach.
Yeah, if there's a good time to fail a crits, I guess that's it.
Yeah, they were their hand was completely forced there to push in. They had 13 seconds left.
Rocket tried to go aggressive, obviously, you know, to get the wipe, to get the aggressive play. That Shadowburn is apparently the best counter to the other team playing aggressive as well, because he just lands straight on top of the players as they try and come up.
It seems to be the only thing that rollout is good for, but it did seem to work out well that middle. Shadowburn just completely trapped them as they were trying to go up the right side there, and GDK followed up with a really nice aggressive sticky.
The thing is, I think Rocket only did it because they needed to, you know, get it so quickly. They needed if at that point you're playing to win, really. You're playing to go aggressive.
Yeah, you're not really going to lose anything by going aggressive. You imagine that you would be able to hold.
Respawn with pyro and heavy, and you know, delay it enough with 55 seconds is so close. It has to be like basically perfect, and it wasn't quite perfect because they lost a couple of players, and I think Forsaken and Rika were on like 20 health each when the round ended. Have you got the logs up? I'm looking at the logs right now. Warrior continues his dominant damage streak, 524 a minute. GDK with a more respectable 411, and also a better KD than Warrior. Forsaken dropping 373 damage a minute.
Yeah, well, Forsaken had a brilliant game there.
70 ahead of any other soldier. Shadowburn as well, getting a much more respectable KD as Roma, you know, shows a lot more sort of working together.
Yeah, Hawk's really falling behind in the KD and, well, not so much in the damage, but it seems like, oh, hello, I've been timed out of the relay there.
So, John, do we have any news on what's happening?
Maybe they decided to...
Back up. Okay. That's alright then, yeah.
Maybe they decided to revolt against the new Golden Cap rules and just...
it's just a draw. It's just a draw. Decipher that one, ETF2L.
1.5 points each.
Yeah, it was really even. Kind of interesting to note that the kills were pretty much even, 5 more to GG well played, nothing really in it. But in terms of damage, sort of 2,700 more damage to Rocket. And also Rocket won 4 mids, GG well played won 1 mid.
Yeah. On the mid-fights, the GG well played have still got a lot of work to do with their mid-fights. On Badlands and now on Gullywash,
wait,
really
the only mid GG well played won
was that the last one?
Last mid. That was the only mid.
Goodness.
They lost every single mid in like real play.
That's pretty terrible by GG well played then.
Kados insists we call out GDK for throwing the game.
Yeah, he did on Riverside actually. When they were trying to defend the last push in, and GDK just decided to push on Riverside.
When he did that jump, was it a different time?
No, it was just after that. So it was just before the rocket repush came in, and GDK died in water. And the reason he died in water was because he tried to push into Riverside alone and contest a soldier that was there for an unfathomable reason. I was going to call him out, but it was getting a bit too close to the wire. Tense things happening, and then he went down into water and just got finished off by the soldier. And you can't do that when you're defending. And I think they only had something like 4 players up. You can't throw away your demo man like that. That soldier pick gets you nothing as well, and if you die...
Well, I was about to say, you've given one example. There was another time when he tried to jump up out of Riverside because he thought no one was on Riverside and he could flank the Tillen, and Samsey was just standing there. And Kate is now typing to me, no, he did it again, lol. Oh. So between us all, we've all talked about the same thing, but 3 different scenarios.
Yeah. Well,
so, I don't know. Like, Forsaken's doing so well. We talk about how well Forsaken's doing, you know, getting these frags, you know, stop getting anyone who's maybe slightly too far forward from the Uber in from Rocket and catching them out. And, you know, when they won no mids, these defensive Ubers from Forsaken are a big thing because they have to get good Ubers out of last or they're just stuck on last. Yeah.
And I think... it kind of highlights when we were talking about Badlands last as well, and a lot of that was GDK's lack of responsibility defending there, which lost them a few last defences. And then again, when he's been defending last on Gullywash, he seems a bit too keen, too eager to push on any damage that he does and forsaking the point.
He plays like quite far away from heals, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because obviously it frees Forsaken to get all the heals, making his plays, getting his good Ubers off. To have, so when he does decide to, quite often Forsaken will lead the aggression, but it means he has 300 health leading the aggression, which really, allows him to do as much as he possibly can, as opposed to quite often you see Hox trying to walk forward, but he just kind of takes a lot of spam walking forward, only has to really 200 or 150 health to work with.
Yeah, but, it's quite a different circumstance within the team. It's like it seems like Hox has actually changed his style a little bit to making room for War while War does all the damage, and Forsaken is leading these Ubers and things like that, while GDK is playing a little bit of a more passive or maybe just irresponsible role.
GDK seems to he looks like he's always trying to find a really an angle to come in at that they wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
But the problem is that means he's cut on Riverside or something. He's trying to come in through Riverside and catch the whole team out, get these big massive plays. For big cleanup, for big damage, like the frag movie moments. But obviously, a lot of the time, Samsy's a very responsible scout. He is just watching Riverside, watching the flank, and just sees a demo man walking at him, and scout v demo man one-on-one is really, really unfair.
Yeah. Another thing as well is that if he had a scout playing with him on Gullywash last like that, he probably wouldn't be dying in those kind of situations if he just had a scout playing with him. But that's something internal within the team that they would have to organise as well.
So, which way is it going to go? GG well played, didn't win a mid.
Yeah, you have to favour Rocket for the mids, don't you? You have to favour Rocket there. And barring a piece of brilliance from Forsaken in some Uber, if White Girl can get out of the middle, which we're inevitably decided that Rocket's going to take, then perhaps they can do something. But I'm definitely not seeing GG well played taking more than 1 point from this in total.
I don't know, it's going to be so hard. As long as White Glow survives, don't forget, basically, GG well played lost all 4 mids except for the very last one, which was kind of in not quite dead time, but both teams had to go all in to make something happen in the time remaining.
Yeah. So
in all the standard mids, they lost them, yet GG well played still fought back and won 2 of those rounds.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's a new what's it called? Golden cap rule, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% clear on it. Is it just there's no time limit now?
Yep. Win limit 1, time limit 0. So what that means is there is no dead time, so they're never going to be forced to push by the time limit. But they're forced to push on advantages unless they want to, play until the early hours of tomorrow.
Well, here you have to take into account, if they do want to play in that game, GG well played are a Russian team, and the Russian time difference is ahead. So the later it gets, it's even later in Russia. If they want to play the real long game, we won't say long game. Me and Sideshow are going to have to maybe get someone else in just to cover us for half an hour while the stalemate
we'll do sleeping rotations.
Yeah, we'll both have to sub out.
That was originally one of the arguments against this kind of golden cap rule. But I just thought it was ridiculous because the golden cap never goes on for so long that it would interrupt somebody's bedtime in an Eastern European country.
I don't know, MSH is like GMT +4 or something.
Oh, MSH lives in Japan.
Luckily he got cut though, so... Luckily, phew, thank God. ETF2L wiping their brow free of sweat right there. That MSH got cut, and this wouldn't come into scenario. Looks like plugins unloaded. Does that mean we're about to go live? What does that just mean?
So. Yeah, they seem to have readied up.
Here we go. Golden cap right now. ETF2L Week 2. GG well played versus Rocket. It was 2-all in regular time. Rocket won all the mids. Really, pretty much all the sort of normal, not end of a round mids. We'll see how they're going to take it on this one. Both teams coming up right now. Rocket playing it standard like they did. They won all the mids when they played it like this. Here come GG well played. Shadowburn. Not going aggressive yet.
Blood Soldier's under the point actually for Rocket at the moment. That's giving GG well played a lot of room to move across the mid, but the soldiers have jumped up now and they're forcing them back.
Yeah, a lot of damage on Rocket right there, and they kind of get forced out. Shadowburn's going to get caught in as well. GDK's going to have a bit of a peek. Looks like both teams are on regular Uber as well, so no surprises there for anyone.
That was a really passive mid by both teams actually. We really didn't... Oh, we've got a pause. We really didn't see much aggression from either team. The soldiers kind of made an initial half-hearted jump and then dropped to the floor where the GG well-played scouts weren't quite able to finish them off. And we only saw deaths from the flank of GG well-played, really, and one later on by QNX.
Right, it's going to be really interesting who dropped here. From what I can tell, it was a... What's it called? It was Samsy who dropped. That's okay then. That's not as far as losing players dropping. It's not that bad.
What that means is we have a lovely golden cap that lasts longer than a minute and a half as well. Yeah. It's not a rule. Thank the Lord.
I don't think pauses count in. Oh yeah, it was a nice long golden cap. I mean, 80% of it was pauses, but it was a nice long golden cap,
No, I mean, it must have lasted more than 90 seconds in order for there to be a pause.
So. I was about to say, it was Samsy dropping out, so obviously Samsy's on, it's 90 seconds in the future, so I don't know if he's going to drop out during a fight. But here comes the unpause, looks like Samsy didn't have any major problems. So it's going to be equal Ubers right now. It does mean the HUD's going to be broken, unfortunately, for most of the golden cap. Both teams...
Fix it, TF2.
Full on Uber right now. We're just seeing a standard choke stalemate. I don't know what the teams are really going to plan to do here. Obviously, in a golden cap, it's a lot more tense. War's just going to pop round, going to try and force for multi. GDK and Whiteglow milking all day. They're going to pop off finally now. GDK's going to do the damage. Getting a little bit of lag on the STV, but GDK's going deep. Admirable's down to 5 health. Surely he's going to go down. Surely Admirable will die. Forsaken's going to get in, but have they overextended this gap? Cookie and Samsy coming in really aggressively right now. The soldiers arrive. The GG well-played flank is coming in right now. Both medics have died. It's a DM fight. But Whiteglow and Atomic the only ones to die, and that's a full wipe for Rocket. GG well played. Look like they want to prove you wrong. They want more. They want 2 points.
Yeah. Well, that was a really nice milk there from Whiteglow that really won that for them.
It seemed like War just kind of rushed back. He just said, "All right, let's go. Equal Ubers. I'll just I don't know. I'll just skill it," kind of thing.
Yeah. I guess.
It seemed a lot of preparation or a lot of kind of edging in. And right now it looks like Hox and War's going to move into Riverside. War's playing this quite aggressively. Can't really afford many missteps right now, and they're getting all the way out into CP2 pretty early. Shadowburn, I think that is getting aggressive right there, going to force them back, and Hox will go down, and surely Rocket just going to have to concede this one. Here's the pause, here's where Samsy times out. The push is definitely going to be cancelled when you lose a player and your scout times out. Now QNX is actually going to get caught off, and Rocket just constantly bleeding players. Samsy is on Spy. No, he's just on Scout. I was about to say.
Yeah, he's switched back now. But they're going to be defending with a disadvantage here, and they're surely going to come in.
Oh, Forsaken kind of whiffed. It's crits!
Oh, it's crits!
Crits. Admirable goes down, but crits is coming in. What? GDK gets 2. Surely this is going to work.
This has got to be around.
He's got it. GDK takes it.
Skills it.
Yeah. We talked about GDK maybe throwing the game a little bit, but right there he just won the game for his team. Well, won the golden cap, got his team 2 points. That's going to make the final point difference 4-2 in favour of Rocket still, thanks to that first map win. But much better from GG well played right there. Looked like
definitely stronger on Gullywash.
In Prem, yeah, an actual like that TF2 they're playing was good TF2,
Yeah, they definitely weren't dribbling all over the place, were they? They had some good moments, especially Forsaken. I think for me he was my man of the match for this Gullywash. It was difficult to really call a man of the match for Badlands, seeing as it was too much of a role. But for Gullywash, definitely Forsaken's play was brilliant.
Yeah, he played great. I'm gonna see the logs up from Gullywash. I'm also going to message Admirable, see if he wants to pop on. 2 seconds.
All right, I found the logs here. Then while you're messaging Admirable, so I'm looking at GDK here going 4-0. Him and Rico, the only people who stayed alive throughout the entire fight, and GDK putting out really much more respectable damage. Than previously. He was being constantly outdamaged by War throughout the entire night, but seems like in the golden cap he managed to step it up, put out a reasonable damage, and a lot of kills. I guess a few were with the crits at the end though.
Yeah.
And it was Forsaken and Shadowburn as well with 3 kills each, who were really working it on